guys, back again with another review. This is my WWE Smackdown review for last night's show, which was, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't obviously great either. I think there was some disappointing moments, to be honest. But to begin with the show, Dean Ambrose came out and basically wanted to issue a challenge to Kevin Owens for the Royal Rumble, which was the challenge was a last man standing match for the Intercontinental Championship, and so he was. It was actually quite a funny promo by Dean. It was pretty good, to be fair. But as he issued the challenge, Sheamus came out and was just saying that he wants to repay Dean Ambrose for what he did to his forehead, because he had like a massive bruise bump from when he was bleeding on Monday, and that he never got to finish the brawl that they had going on. And then so he's walking to the ring as if they're going to have a fight, and then Kevin Owens comes out and says he accepts the challenge for the Royal Rumble. The last man standing match for the Intercontinental Championship. So that's a confirmed match, which I'm really glad about because I think that'll be amazing. And then it was already confirmed that the main event was a tag team match. It was Neville and Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens and Sheamus. So then Kevin Owens and Sheamus start attacking Dean Ambrose, and obviously Neville comes to the rescue, which perfectly kind of set up the tag team match, if you will. So it was a typical WWE opening segment, really. A couple of guys attacking one guy, the other comes out, sets up a main event. It's something that you expect because they do it a lot. So after that, we had the Dudley Boyz defeat Luke Harper and Eric Rowan in a tables match, which, we've seen this match a million times. It's grown really old now. It's just not exciting because it's nothing new, and it's not something that's going to be pursued. They had this thing with the Wyatt family and the Dudleys a few weeks back, a few table matches, a few matches here and there, and it ends. And now they're bringing it back because they don't have anyone to put the Dudley Boyz up against, or the Wyatt family. So they're just going back to old ideas that in a couple of weeks' time again are just going to be gone again. So it's just, there are ways to go forward without having to put these type of matches on, but WWE is just, they care so much about their main event, that I think they lose a lot of, they could make the middle part of the show so much more interesting, but they just don't have, they don't care for it because they push the main event so much. It's not, every show, where it's Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, you always get one or two matches where, it's either been a match that's happened before and it's revisited for no apparent reason, or it's just a match that's flung together. So, the Dudley Boyz beat Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, and then Braun Strowman after the match. Bray Wyatt wasn't there. Braun Strowman put both Dudleys through a table after the match. So, that was that. And then we had the Social Outcasts, which, again, it's a stable that's just been thrown together, which, have no direction, in my opinion. They just don't know where they're gonna, where they're gonna go, and because of that, it just makes it that much more not interesting, basically. But the Social Outcasts defeated Goldust, Damien Sandow, Jack Swagger, and Zack Ryder. I do quite like Zack Ryder because I just think he's funny, but I don't like him in terms of being a wrestler or whatever like that. The other three I don't care for: Damien Sandow, Jack Swagger, Goldust, and I don't care for the Social Outcasts either. So again, a match that is just not interesting to me. But yeah, the Social Outcasts won. It's just, I'm struggling to like talk about it because I just don't. It's not going to go anywhere, and it's like with a lot of things WWE does, it'll soon probably fizzle out into nothing. So it's hard to get on board with stuff like that when you know it won't last, or they'll just be pushed to the back somewhere like that. So yeah, it is what it is. Then we had a Divas match, which was, I think it was Charlotte against... Oh no, we had the US title match first, sorry, which is the main point I wanted to talk about, which is Alberto Del Rio regaining the the United States Championship from Kalisto, which has angered me to the point of... So, when Kalisto won it on Monday Night Raw, and the whole crowd went absolutely crazy for him, it was such a good moment for him to win the US title, and then to have that, and basically have all that momentum he had going on, and then lose all of that is just, it just does not make any sense. It's a stupid decision to take it off him. So if you're going to have that happen, why take the belt off Alberto Del Rio in the first place? That makes no sense at all to take it off him if you're just going to give it to Kalisto for basically one night, because obviously SmackDown's taped on a Tuesday night. So the decision right there to have Kalisto win the title and then lose it, I mean, why could they not have had a rematch on SmackDown, Kalisto defend, and then have another title shot at the Royal Rumble? Del Rio versus Kalisto for the United States Championship at the Royal Rumble as their last match kind of thing. If Kalisto keeps the title, he'll move on to a next challenger, something like that. Or if Del Rio regains it, regain it at the Royal Rumble. Not the following night and take all that momentum off of Kalisto like that. Just doesn't make any sense at all. I think it's a horrendous decision to do that. But Del Rio regained the US Championship with help from what's his name, Barrett, King Barrett. So yeah, Kalisto's lost the belt, which is really disappointing. I didn't expect that to happen, but yeah, not much we can do about that. We'll just I hope he regains it at the Royal Rumble, but I'm not even sure he will do that. So I think Del Rio will probably retain the title at the Royal Rumble, and then enter the Royal Rumble. Then we had Becky Lynch, who I'm really starting to like. She's really developing into a really good babyface, and even her interviews backstage have been really good and energetic and interesting in the last few weeks. I think she's really improved, and obviously I think that's going to be a match. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte is going to be a match for the Divas Championship at the Royal Rumble. I'd love to see Becky Lynch win it. I'm not sure if she will though. But yeah, Becky Lynch defeated Brie Bella. Brie Bella and Alicia Fox have lost a lot of steam and momentum since obviously Nikki Bella's not there now because of injury, because she is the basically heart and soul of that team. But yeah, I'd love to see a Becky Lynch Charlotte match for the Divas Championship at the Royal Rumble, but then that'd be it as well. I don't want this to drag on for a whole another month to Fastlane. That would be a bit boring, I think. But then we had the main event, Dean Ambrose and Neville, who defeated Kevin Owens and Sheamus by disqualification, because Dean Ambrose was outside the ring and Sheamus and Kevin Owens were basically destroying him, and then Kevin Owens used the top of the announcer's table, and the ref disqualified them for that. So Dean Ambrose and Neville got the win on that by disqualification. I think the Royal Rumble match for the Intercontinental Championship, the Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens Last Man Standing, it could be the best part of the show. It's got, their rivalry, their feud has been probably the best in a long time. It's got so much passion to it. They both want the belt. That's the huge part of it. Obviously, there's hatred as well. it's just an awesome rivalry. Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens, and they match up really well with each other. So it's going to be an awesome match that for the Intercontinental Championship. I wouldn't like to make a prediction. Obviously, I'll make a preview close to the time for that, and who I think will win the Royal Rumble. But yeah, I think that'll be a great match at the Royal Rumble, and obviously, we'll see what happens on Monday Night Raw. I'd like to see the New Day defend the tag team titles as well at the Royal Rumble, because they'll probably go with something like the Divas Championship match, a tag team match, Intercontinental and US title match. That's 4 matches right there, and obviously the Royal Rumble. So I'll probably go with that. Whether they'll add another match, I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's my review for SmackDown. Wasn't great, but over the last few weeks, I've not come to expect, greatness from their shows. But hopefully Monday Night Raw is a lot better. Obviously Brock Lesnar back on TV now, which is amazing. So I'll see what happens with Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, The Authority. See how that goes on Monday. So that was my SmackDown review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you soon.